And we are live. If you're watching this live, awesome. I'm going to be helping out a handful of creators grow their agency. If you're watching replay, also cool. If you're watching replay, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, be helping a handful of agency creators in terms of growing their business, all the way from generating book calls to closing those book calls to scaling up their business through service delivery, all those kinds of things. So if you have value from this, again, like, comment, share. And if you want to be a part of one of these coaching calls, simply scroll down to the bottom of this video on YouTube, click the link there, and then you can book a call to have a conversation with myself so we can learn a little bit more about each other and see if we can potentially work together, if it'd be a good fit or not. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to go and invite the rest of the guys into the coaching call. I hope you enjoy.
Yo, Pushi.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo,
What's going on? What are
um,
you?
just coming back from my parents' house. Just going home now.
Oh, okay. Don't get in a wreck.
Yeah, I'll put it in a less visually intrusive spot.
It's all
I
good.
got my AirPods in, so
Okay. How far are you from your place?
um, I'm like 5 minutes away.
Okay. Cool, cool. Yeah, I mean we can chat or yeah.
Don't you don't have to fear for my safety. Like,
Yeah. I
you're like,
don't
I don't want to be held liable on the live stream.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if I can get sued for that. So,
But
but
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, I yeah, I guess I was just hopping on here. I don't know if any of the other guys were gonna hop on. I know, um, but I still need to make that video for
Uh
Mr. Tim.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
And then the update is basically, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts and feelings. And then just like giving them, and then whichever direction he goes at that point, it's like whatever. And
Yeah, yeah.
then I think I'll feel less stressed. Just the way I think I've been going about it now, it's like it's like the framing is like and this is probably my fault, but it just seems like I kind of have to keep selling him on him wanting to do weddings. And then in it, and it pretty much just puts me in a position to like, I feel like I'm on a pedestal a little bit, and he's kind of like hoping for like basically betting his whole cards on the table. So I think if I frame it the way we kind of been talking about, I think, and I saw what you said, so I agree with that as well.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We'll just kind of roll with it and just kind of see what happens. I mean, he's already paid for whatever he's paid for, and we'll do our best. Um, I wonder, I mean, if we can explore the link in the bio, because that could be game changer if we can get more people there.
For the website,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that it's possible. Um, but yeah.
yeah,
Do you the instant form ads, what could be cool maybe is like on the last page of the instant form ads, we drive traffic to his website,
yeah,
and maybe those people are going to be higher ticket buyers.
right. No, that makes sense. I was talking to a lot of other wedding photographers. I'm honestly like a mole when I'm in there. Like I'm trying to like secretly spy when I go to these weddings I randomly shoot sometimes. And I just ask a lot of questions. And basically I was just asking, like I've been asking a lot of people just like where do they get their leads? Where do they get their inquiries? And a lot of it is from the link on bios.
Yeah.
So they found like there was a lot of them don't run ads, I will be honest. But because of the organic reach, I found that out that a lot of people aren't DMing them, that they're actually going on their Instagram and then clicking the link. And the way they know that is because they have them fill out a form on like basically how'd you find me?
Right.
Um, and so two photographers told me that so far, and then some other ones that don't really manage their data that well, they kind of just tell me basically, oh, they just come through my website through inquiry. I'm like, dude, there's no way with how much competition that they're just Googling and you're coming up. And then I asked them, I'm like, well, do you post a lot? And they're like, yes. And and like a lot of them I found are pretty good following, pretty good posters. So that's what I'm getting from the organic world. But when I think of that, it makes me think of what you just said is like, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when it comes to portrait photography stuff, if you want to, if that's where we're going to ultimately end up, if I were you, I would, definitely make that last, the page that we drive traffic to the website. And if those people go to his website, he should probably do the same sales cycle he did with the other two people that he closed. I don't know if there's, maybe you can kind of sleep on it and see if maybe there's any other ideas that come to your mind. I don't know that there's anything that comes to my mind personally.
And
Um,
are you thinking about and just to correct me if I'm wrong, you're thinking about weddings, right? Or is this
no,
portraits?
portraits.
Portraits, okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
remember,
just to really give it a boost.
yeah, because remember his higher ticket prices, I think, were from people that, went to his website. And the only way they would have gone there, I mean, unless I'm mistaken or you or I don't have the information, is like um, they saw an ad and then they click the link in the bio instead of like going through the instant format maybe. And so that's all I was getting at.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I'll have to see what was in his. Yeah, I think he just had a privacy policy link. It wasn't like a website. And I think he just went to like if they want to do something after the instant form, it's like a call. But I don't know that if that works at all. So I think a link, yeah, I think that's gonna try. Since his website's shown it converts at least it did for those two. So if we could give
Yeah.
it more traffic, maybe that can create some more residual back end deals that higher intent and I don't know.
Yeah. Same thing with, again, you and Esto. You get for your client acquisition funnel, you're doing the instant formats or whatever. And, the people that are actually like, doing the instant format and they're booking, those seem to be the higher quality, people. Anyways, so it's like apply the same psychology. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah. Um,
Yeah.
in terms of like, just really off topic, but like in terms of your shoots, just to kind of get an idea of like where you're at. In terms of like your shoots, like how long are you kind of in this phase? Like what exact like do you have multiple shoots? Are you directing? Are you secondhand shooting? Like what's kind I get what I'm trying to the reason I'm asking is I'm just trying to kind of get an idea of like how long you'll be in this kind of like this busy phase versus like when things are gonna kind of ease up for you a little bit.
I basically about to ease up like now, actually. Up until what is just basically the new month, right? It's April. Mm. Yeah, so basically I'm freed up basically until the end of April. End of April, there's a busy week. And it's like a busy week and a half, I'd say, because it's just a lot of second shooting gigs. And the ones that I've done recently are just pretty much my shoots, but for dentists, so internally. And then the rest are just second shooting gigs on the end of April. And then from there, there's not really much else other than like the sporadic, like one shoot every other week kind of thing on the calendar, and that tapers off the more the months go on, right? So
Yeah.
that's kind of only the major blocks I can think of is like basically the end of this month. But everything
Okay.
else is like, yeah. I think right now, like again, like I should hire an editor for a lot of these dentists, but and I've been knocking out these edits like crazy for them because I just like I know what the North Star is, so it just bothers me that it's on my plate. I just want to get it off my plate as ASAP as possible.
Yeah.
And what I found is basically what I've done is something crazy. I basically have a system now that ma- turns 8 videos into like 32.
Okay. Sweet.
And my hope is that I don't have to keep getting pulled away. Because if the ads last 2 3 months, that's typical average. Um, I'm always back to being like trying to put out a fire every 2 or 3 months, and then the more their market gets saturated, I feel like their ads crash every month now, which was crazy. So
Mm.
my hope is like basically by doing this and having different hooks, calling out summer, calling out spring, calling out their county, then calling out the city, then calling out, and then doing like 4 different variations, hitting those different pillars of a scared person, a person that has this fear, a person that values this more, and then having different hooks for all these things. Like I don't know, I feel really good about like what I created. So I feel like I'm walking away with like 40 videos. So my,
Okay.
my hope is like I don't get pulled away. My point is just I hope I don't have to keep getting pulled away like this. And I, at some points I just feel like dropping them, but it's like they're the only things that give me that stability to focus on these things.
Right, right. How many dentists do you have right now? And it's still 5,000 every 3 months?
I just have two. So Dr. Lisa, Dr. Potts. But Dr. Potts pays a lot more, so he kind of I feel like when that fire's burning, I have to like stop everything kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
um, Dr. Lisa's, she's still rocking with me. But yeah, it's 5K for 3 months, Dr. Potts, and then Dr. Lisa's like 700 every month.
Okay. So 7 times 5, 35, 740. Okay. Got it. Okay. So Dr. Pot's about double. Okay. Cool, man. Yeah, I was just curious about that. Aside from that, man, I
Yeah,
guess
sorry I've been slacking. I do feel that, and I wish I could be there more for the group, especially during these trying times. I'm just like, damn, this is when I need to lock in more than ever, and I feel like I'm not putting in the hours and minutes that require. a more heavy load, you know. So
Yeah,
I do want to apologize for that.
that's all right, man. You got to pay the bills, and this has been just like so much more challenging than I could have ever imagined. It just seems like, one bottleneck after the next when it comes to just,
Yeah.
you know,
I think Wendy
um,
did get two leads today though, so maybe it was just the weekend kind of was a funk, but maybe weekdays are better. So I mean, it is still pretty early on to say about the at the
yeah,
ad level, but and I'm just like, dude, you have all this family shit. I don't know how she. But again, it could be like people see a lot of posts. She has like 1,000 followers now, so I don't
yeah.
know if I get
No,
what you mean about the branding and stuff too. Though I do recognize like maybe that's why it didn't work for Tim, and but
well,
I wish I had another
here's the
test.
thing
Sorry
though.
for good.
Here's the thing though. I mean, Ronnie has like done his last batch of tests, and I don't know, Ronnie, if you and Rivera want to talk, but Ronnie just did his last batch of ta tests where he basically had another Instagram, literally has 100 photos on there, all that stuff. I don't know if you saw his Instagram, and then he spent $40 and got four messages, and they were all bad. And so I don't know, man. I'm at like a loss when
Oh
it comes to.
wow, no, I didn't know that. Jeez.
So it's like that theory of like the Instagram has not been, panning out unless people can see it and they can see that these are screenshots and, all this. I don't know. So I'm at a loss. And that applies to you as well. If again, we're going to be scaling this and having other photographers in. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Ryan, do you want to like talk a little bit, or you and Rivera just kind of chat?
Um, I mean, I'm the same as you. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty lost in words. Like, I feel like you and I, we've, discussed and tried a lot of different things. And, we try to, do the 100 posts on Instagram, maybe see if that would bring in different results. Um, but yeah, I tried a whole bunch of different creatives, tried different settings, different locations, and it's weird because like it's just bots and people saying they're clicking on an accident. I don't really know what's going on. Maybe it's just my ad account. I don't know.
Wendy
What
did
do you
get
guys
that over
think?
the weekend too, but she got two, I think one or two real ones today. But yeah, over the weekend she was getting people saying accidentally clicked, and then other guys like my husband passed away.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
weird,
what the
right?
hell? Like,
So you
I'm
said you
just kind
got
of
a
like,
couple of good ones, right?
yeah, that's the weird thing is like from what I've seen in this last launch, she's actually been better than her first launch. Um, and she's been getting more real leads, even a referral to this guy. I'm gonna refer it out to because she can't work it. So, but it's great to hear that and see it, but then it's like when I do and I copy the same thing and I put it to my client Tim's account, it's like he gets all bots. It's like it's literally the same thing. But I will say, I haven't tried the newest update with him, but again, it's the fear of like that him going through that again. If like these little tweaks that work for Wendy may not work for him, and then it's just up in the air. Um, I know I mean, other photographers I meet in person, they just say, "Oh, where do you get all your leads?" They're like, "Oh, TikTok, posting organically." It just seems funny, but that I guess that's what works for them. But in terms of ads, it's like all I've seen it from and heard from is, Aiden. Obviously, Alexander Ma has a whole fleet of people, and you see their ads all the time of testimonials saying it works, it works. My thing with today was I was gonna actually work on, which you guys let me know what you think about it, is basically I'm going to go into Alexander Mall's ad library and then he has a lot of testimonials, like five, six, seven people. I just see them all the time pop up, and it's just this dude photographer talking about how their ads are crushing. And my goal is to funnel hack them, basically see what is working. Maybe Alexander Mall's not even using the same stuff. Maybe his course isn't updated. Maybe there's like a little, smaller cohort or people that pay him the $8,000 retainer I've heard he charges for like that one-on-one stuff. And maybe he has them doing different things to hit these numbers. Um, Unless it's just marketing hype and they're all bullshitting saying they're making 100K a month. But I do want to funnel hack them to see what the heck they're doing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, if you find anything new, definitely like let me and Ronnie know. Um,
I had a question.
go for it.
Daniel, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
So, are you seeing like the wedding ads from other people as well on your For You page?
Yes. But like from like people like Alexander Ma agency owners, or from like wedding photographers?
Like for the wedding ads, and then just in general.
Just in general. Yeah, I mean, a mix. I see Alexander Moss stuff. Then I also see the other side of wedding photographers doing Alexander Moss ads, and I'm getting them, and it's the same like three brides only, whatever. But it's usually for like video, because I
Hmm.
think that's what Alex Ma promotes more. So I do see more for video, but they add photo too. Um, and I do see it, but I don't know if it's working well. I just see it pop up, and it looks like it's like a messenger thing because I accidentally fucking clicked on one. Like I was just
Yeah.
trying to swipe up and then I clicked on it and I went into her thing and then I'm like, oh, now I'm the guy that accidentally clicked.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm that fool. Um, but yeah, it was just yeah, it's frustrating though because I just feel like I don't know, it's been causing me stress just having people like wait on me or just because I
Yeah.
want to push them to it. And I saw things that made sense at the time. And me being in the agency world for so long, to me, I'm like, I only get better at things. So I'm like, if we're cracking it a little now, by the time they're ready to launch, like we're gonna be pumping. And it's just I'm not getting that same feeling. I'm not getting that same like runway as I do when I launch with different things and products. So especially testing so many things, um, it's crazy. So I've been just trying to sleep on things and like trying to wrap my head. That's kind of what I came to a conclusion is like I'm gonna literally like be a spy and just go hard into finding every motherfucker that's on the top of his program and seeing what the hell they're running. Because I'm like, this guy would not give a testimonial unless Alexander Ma is really scratching the dude's back. So that's my thoughts is like really go in and see if they're doing anything different. And I hope they are. I hope it's totally different. And we're like, what the fuck is this? That's my goal. Is like because
Yeah.
then that would make sense for it to be like, oh, he's running this shit. Oh, he's not in doing Messenger anymore. Oh, da 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 da, and that would get my mind to be like, okay, there's some hope, you know, to clear. I hope that I hope I'm not rambling too much.
Yeah, I was just curious because like I'm seeing a lot of wedding ads on my end as well. And with the way we have it targeted, for us personally, it's like we're targeting women. So I don't know if they're
Mhm.
targeting women and men. And then also like I've noticed that like I'm seeing a lot of different styles for the weddings. And I'm not actually seeing as much for Messenger. I'm seeing a lot of instant format ads, and then I'm also seeing some WhatsApp ads. But yeah,
What's that? Oh
I
wow.
was just curious if you're seeing more Alexander Moss style, or just curious on like what type of style of like was it just more messenger ads for you or that you're seeing?
Check. I screenshot them sometimes, so I actually think I did that recently on one. I may have already posted it to the group though, but I'll show you what I'm getting. I'm gonna put it in the Slack group.
Okay.
That way, at least you can see it. Um, but it's so in terms of like, is it Messenger? Is it Instant Form? I've been mainly seeing like the Messenger, but I see it on IG, and then like when I tapped on her thing by accident, it put me into her IG DM. So I guess does that count as Messenger? Because when I'm on Wendy's, I'm like, there's no way I can get Instagram DMs. So I'm like, already off the bat, that is different, right?
I don't know, Coach Sheik, what do you think?
Is if you send a message, you go in somebody's DMs?
Yeah, IG DMs.
I think that would be an IGDM ad, not yeah, not a messenger ad.
Okay. Again, I don't know if I should have looked into her ad library to see how long she was running it, but I'm gonna send you what I've been seeing. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I want to like throw like gasoline on a fire and like watch it burn high, but it's just like I feel like every time I think I got some type of optimization to turn things around, it just flops or something. But
In terms of was there I'm gonna kind of give Ronnie some advice in terms of like what I think that we should do moving forward, but was there anything else that was like top of mind for you, Rivera, that you wanted to discuss today?
um, no, not really. Just wanted to sit in a little bit, just see where everyone's heads are at, and trying to figure out what the next thing to kind of conquer is and put my energy into. And I just feel like I've been kind of chasing my tail kind of thing. So
Yeah. And we all feel that way a little bit, man. Estelon is going to be spending his time running wedding ads. And so instead of like the agency ads and clothing deals, he's going to be focusing on the wedding ads. So I think that would be cool. And so I'll make sure that, constantly keep you guys in the loop if he's like crack something, figure something out. I'm sure he'll be testing some stuff out. Um, but aside from that, man, okay, some of the ads that you've seen. Aside from that, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of scratching my head too. I feel bad for you know what you're dealing with Tim, and then I feel really bad for Ronnie. Ronnie at this point spent like $500, man, and so
Oh, geez, yeah.
yeah, so everything that he's basically made from these people, he's basically reinvested that and just no dice,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
which I've never seen that. I've literally never seen that, and I don't know what it is. Um, but
So weird how it works for Aiden. Like, eh, I don't know. I just wish we could get some more concrete, but yeah, it's frustrating for sure.
yeah. So in terms of what to do, Ronnie, from here,
Mhm.
if it were me, I would say at this point, like you've spent enough money, so that's it. Like, let's not spend any more money. You've done what you can. If it were me, I would just run the ads the way that we're supposed to run them for each of your clients, for Choji, for the other two guys, and then let's just see what happens. If it works well, then we just don't touch it. We're just like throw our hands up and just be like, I don't know exactly what happened, but as long as it's working, that's all that matters. In the event that it doesn't work, Ronnie, the next step would be the only other thing that we can really do is just run the instant form ads. Remember the instant form ads that you showed me?
Yeah.
And yeah, so we'll just try that. And I think that those should work. The only reason I didn't want to do it, like I said, is because it's a different sales process and it's going to be harder to figure that out. And again, when I looked at like the Indian guy that you have, like that guy's going to really struggle. He's going to really struggle. I can tell. Choji
Yeah,
might
I
be good.
agree.
Yeah, 'cause that even the messenger ads, right? I didn't tell you this the other day because I didn't want to freak you out, but when I heard you talk to him and just his thick accent and just like his energy aura, whatever, he's gonna struggle on the discovery and sales calls. People are gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, are you from here? Or are you from India?" For example. They're gonna think maybe he's like from the Philippines. He's not even here. And then when he hops on, so we might even struggle to get them over to like a sales call. But Choji, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's
I
gonna
think
be
he'll
okay.
be good.
Okay. So that's it, Ronnie. That's the only advice I can kind of give you for the time being. There's nothing that I can uncover that, we haven't already talked about and that you haven't already tested. So that's the game plan is just for each of these guys. The only other test that you could do if you wanted to is doing instant form ads. If you wanted to test, spend like 20, $30 yourself and just see, you could do that. If not, I wouldn't blame you if you don't want to spend any more money. But that's it. That's pretty much all I can tell you if you want to do any more testing.
For sure. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to so the four messages that you got, like, were they messages like, oh, I'm not interested, or were they messages like, oh, I'm not interested anymore, or like already found somebody?
So I'll kind of read them right now. One of them says, "No weddings here. Please remove me from your list." An advert, stop. Another one says, "Stop. Sorry, not interested." And then another one was just a bot.
The ones that said stop, can you check out their Instagram, their Facebook, and see if they're like real people? I
Yeah.
wonder if they saw the ad, they clicked on it, and then they changed their mind after they maybe went through the Instagram. Because if they did, well, then that would mean that they're not bad leads. It would just mean that, the Instagram did not live up to it, what it just didn't give them enough trust.
I mean, I'm really bad at like I can tell if something's fake on Instagram, but like it's really hard for me to tell like on Facebook. Like I'm just seeing baby photos, which like if you have kids, I don't think you would probably be, I don't know, but I would assume you're already married or something like that.
Okay.
But that's yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Let me look at this other account. Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like
So
the accounts are weird.
one of them has babies. I mean, do you see like a profile picture or anything where she looks like
Yeah,
she might
yeah, they all have profile pictures. Yeah.
can you go to like maybe viewing their profile and then seeing do they have like a guy that they're with, that they're taking
Yeah.
photos with?
Nah, it's actually now that I think about it, I'm actually seeing a pattern. None of them like have like a couple's photo with where it's like the husband and wife or anything like that. I'm seeing maybe just like them posting pictures of their kids or something like that.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Um, all right. So yeah, I was gonna see if maybe there's something else, but it sounds like there might not be. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, Ronnie. That's all I can kind of say. My hands are tied in terms of, you know, any other things that I feel like we could be missing by we've done so much testing. Any other questions that you have, Ronnie, for me, or if you wanted to like chop it up with Riviera about something?
Um, Honestly, probably not. I mean, I don't think so at the moment, but it sounds like the key takeaways is maybe Daniel's going to do some funnel hacking, and then I might try to do some instant format ads and see if they're how different the results are, and then maybe we can see like if there's a pattern or something that we can like maybe put together based on the results that we're getting from the instant format ads, and then maybe we can get a lead towards like the right way.
Yeah, so it sounds to me like you're down to test instant formats before you launch for those guys. Is that right?
Um, so I mean, I really don't know because I've been having these guys wait for like three, almost probably this is after this week is gonna be the third week. So I don't know. I don't know what you said. Do you think I should just test it and from my side and for like maybe a day and let them know like, hey, we're gonna launch on the Wednesday or something like that?
It's already 7 o'clock,
Yeah,
right? It's already 7 o'clock. So if you go ahead and launch these instant form, because you're not going to hop on a call with these guys and launch for them today, which means
yeah,
that you have until at least midday tomorrow. So if you launch today and then so here's the deal. If I were
yeah,
you and you wanted to do one last test, as soon as possible today, you launch the instant form ads, you set it up the way that our stuff is set up. Like, remember the questions are like, hey, when is your wedding? What's the location? Blah, blah, blah. The one that you showed me. So you do it that way. And then step two is you hop on your calls with, whoever you have to hop on a call with tomorrow. And then you promise them and say, hey, we're going to go and launch for you tomorrow. So tomorrow's Tuesday, you would launch for them on Wednesday. Okay.
Say that last part again. Can you say that last part one more time? I was a little
So
confused
basically,
about that.
so tomorrow is Tuesday, right? So
Right.
you're gonna hop on whoever's call you need to hop on tomorrow. Choji, the Indian guy, whatever, and then Golgi, and then you're gonna basically tell them, hey, we're gonna go ahead and launch for you, right? We're gonna go and get everything set up. You sound like you're in a good place, and then tomorrow ads should be live.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that the ads will be live Wednesday.
Yeah.
That means by Wednesday, one of two things are gonna happen. Either you're gonna start getting some traction with instant form ads, or you're not.
Yeah.
If you get traction with instant form ads, well, then hey, the instant form ads are working. If they don't work, well, then you know that as well. And so by Wednesday, when you do launch for them, Wednesday, okay, if I were you, I would still launch with the messenger ads just in case.
Yeah.
I'll still launch with them, and then I would still give that like 2 to 3 days with them, okay?
Mm.
And then if they don't work, well, then boom, you go right to the instant formats for each of those guys.
Right, right. And I just gotta like just be chill and like just have good communication, let them know like, hey, like kind of fill them in like basically keep them hyped up, but let them know like, hey, we're kind of like in the testing phase. We're gonna be trying out a couple of different things because certain ads work for certain people.
I wouldn't say testing because you did that with Athena and it didn't work out well. I think that kind of languaging doesn't help. I think that it's better to say is, hey, we're gonna go and launch for you. It's important that you understand that sometimes things work right away, and then sometimes it takes the algorithm like 2 or 3 days. And they don't need to know the messenger insert form. They don't need to know any of that stuff. That's it. Just say that because then what you're doing is you're putting blame on the algorithm instead of on yourself. If you say, hey, we're testing whatever, you're gonna put blame on yourself where they're gonna look at you like, yo, what the fuck? Stop wasting my money. You understand? That's
Yeah,
what I wouldn't say anything about testing. I would just say, hey, we're gonna go, hey man, we've launched for you. Here's what you can expect within the next 24 hours. Either one, things are gonna pop off really well. I've seen that happen. In the event that it doesn't pop off within 24 hours, sometimes it takes up to 3 days. So one of those two things are gonna happen. I just want to give you an idea of what to expect. And then
Hmm.
you touch base with them every single day. You look at the messages that they get. You see, are they bots? Are they real or not? If they are, and you give it 3 days, then go right to the instant formats.
Okay. Got you. Got you. Makes sense. Yeah, we
And
could do
then
that.
and then we just let it rip, Ronnie. We just let it rip for those guys and just cross our fingers and see what happens. And then, you do it for a month with those guys, and that's it. And then we move on to the next thing. Okay?
Okay, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, you're
That's
not gonna
cool.
stay. You're not gonna stay for. You're just gonna stay for a month, and then if one of the guys, like for example, if Choji survives, right? Because again, not everybody's gonna survive. Most people do not survive. You're gonna have one stud, as we talked about. You're gonna have about three duds, about seven people in that middle. So if Choji survives, well then boom, you got Choji. He's gonna keep paying month after month, and the other two drop off, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's a numbers game, sounds like.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Um, Riviera, anything else, or Ronnie, is there anything else that you want to go over?
Um, no, I'm super excited to do the service delivery. I mean, I kind of got through the training with the sales. Now it's gonna be my first time, well, I don't know if it's first time, but like I feel like finally I'm in a position where I can kind of help people like essentially just like get better at it. So I'm excited to do that.
Yeah, good. Um, do you have anything you want to ask Rivera?
Um I mean, if something comes up, I'll probably just put it in the chat. But on top of from my head from right now, I really don't have anything to say. It sounds like he's probably going to be doing this something that's very similar where he's going to just be funnel hacking and then just trying to figure out like what the next best step is.
Yeah. Rivera, you got anything for me, man? Or Ronnie?
No, I mean Ronnie's pretty spot on. That's essentially my intentions is see if I could find some buried gold alongside Ronnie's also testing instant form. So I think that'd be cool to see. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say. I think I'll have more to say once I put in some effort there, and hopefully I can. I mean, I remember the ads of Alexander Ma and his students, and I'm going to go into his ad library, but I don't know if he named them per se, right? Like, I don't know if the ad showed the person's name, and I can able to look them up. So, and then I probably just have to do some digging from there. And
Yeah.
but usually I could find something. If I'm close to the sun, I know I'm gonna find it. So
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I did have actually one actually Coach Chick, I had one question. I think I joined a little bit late, but it sounds like you said Esto is doing a little bit of testing on the weddings ads as well. Um, is he gonna use the instant format ads or do you know if what he's kind of doing or
yeah, so Estelon, what he's gonna be doing is I think that he shut down his client acquisition funnel ads because he wants to focus on running some wedding ads for himself. And his partner actually runs the wedding ad. That's Bria. He's the guy that I showed with the camera and everything. The guy that you initially like screenshot his images and put into AI. And so I have a feeling that it's gonna work out just fine for Estelon. But if he learns anything, like I'm sure he'll share it. And like I said, I'm gonna be checking in with him regularly. And so if he says something new, obviously I'm gonna ask him to, post it for you guys.
okay, cool, cool.
So, but yeah, I don't know if he's going to be doing instant form ads or what he's going to be doing. I'm guessing he's just going to be doing the regular stuff if it works, and if it doesn't work, he'll probably pivot and tweak things. So,
Cool.
yeah. Anything else, guys?
um, no, that's pretty much it. If I find anything, I'll throw it in the group chat.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, River, when are you turning your client acquisition stuff back on?
Client acquisition stuff. Yeah, my plan was to do that very soon. I hope to do it tomorrow. I mean, the stuff to get photographer leads in my pipeline.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, plan was tomorrow since now I have some more availability. I feel
Cool.
like it's best to switch it back on.
Okay. Cool, cool. Yeah. All right, cool. All right then, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, thanks.